All right, so in this next video, I'd like to go over adding effects to your picture. So obviously you have your uh, images, right? All the pictures that you were taken, they're each a separate layer in Photoshop. Let's say that, you realize that some of the lighting is off in some of them. There's ways to change just that specific photo. But then if you wanted to change the overall lighting as well, not just like one specific photo, you can do that too. So I'm going to show you different ways. First way is going to be overall photos. Let's say I wanted to make this picture a little bit brighter and a little bit more saturated, maybe like more vibrant in color. What I do is go to my top layer, right? And then I would want to open my adjustments. My adjustments are the tools that you would use to change the lightness and the color of your images. So right now my adjustment layer is not open, but you can find them under Windows. If you go to Window, you can find adjustments. If I click on adjustment, you can see that these tabs open up over here. You might already have them open. These are called your adjustments, right? So when you hover over each icon, it shows you exactly what that adjustment does. Adjustments that I would work with personally, if I were you, would be, you don't have to work with all of them, but if you wanted to make your picture brighter, I would go to levels, which is this icon here. And if you wanted to make your picture or like change the color of it, you can go to hue saturation, which is located here, and I'll show you what both of them do. So first I'm going to start by lightening it. So if I click on levels, it'll pull up this tab, this menu, and it shows you the different values in the picture. It shows you the light values, the middle values, and the dark values. So you can pull each of these tabs and it will adjust the value of the picture, making it lighter. That's your lighter values, making your middle values darker, making your darker values even darker than that, right? So you can really enhance the picture. I wouldn't make it unrealistic, but you can adjust it slightly to make it a little bit lighter if you feel like it's darker. So what you can see is on my layer bar, it created a layer on top of all my pictures called levels. And that level mask is changing the color of every one of these photos. So it's not only changing number 19, but it's also changing number 18, number 17, number 16. So it is a mask over all of these images. So if you were to bring this into your timeline, this mask would stay on if you saved it. Let's say that I wanted to change the color. I can go to hue saturation, and if I click on hue saturation, you can see that it brings me to another menu. The two tabs I would look at would be the hue, which means color, and saturation, which means the intensity of the color. So hue will change the overall color of the picture. So if you wanted to change the overall color of your image, you could by changing the hue, right? If you wanted to make the picture more saturated, meaning like intensify the colors, you would pull the saturation up and you can see that it intensifies the picture, right? That looks awful, but I'm just showing you what you can do with the image. You can also take your saturation all the way down and it will desaturate your picture, meaning it will make it black and white. So you can potentially make your picture black and white if you wanted to. And that would be your hue saturation. So you can see here on my layer bar, it's now created another layer called hue saturation. And that will change the overall appearance of all of the pictures if I were to place this into my timeline. All right. If you wanted to go back and change any of these, you can double click on the icon and that menu will pop back up again. All right. So now if I go to Window and I go to Timeline and I make frames from layers, turning both of my hue, saturation, and levels back on the layer bar, it will play with those changes that I just made. All right. And when you go to save this, it will save them with those color changes or adjustments as long as you have those eyeballs on. All right. I'm going to go over saving files a separate time with you. What I really would like to go over right now with you is another way of adjusting. So let's say that, I'm going to just delete those. Let's say that, I'm going to turn these all back on, that there's one specific photo that you want to change. So let's say that you're like, you know what, photo 16, I took it at a different time and it just doesn't fit the picture and I just want to make it a little bit lighter. Okay. What you could do is select the image under layer 16, go to your levels, change the color or adjust something, not the color, adjust the value of the image and make it so that it works better with your image. And you can see that right now it's a layer on top of 16, but it's also on top of 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, and so forth. Let's say I just wanted it to be a part of 16. What I would have to do is I'd have to merge my level layer into my 16 layer. So by selecting the level, right, so the adjustment that I made, and doing Command or Control E on a PC, it will take that, so I'm going to just Control Z that again, so you can see that I'm just doing Command E, and it will take that specific adjustment and it will merge it into that layer. So you can make subtle adjustments to separate layers. You just have to make sure that you individualize them by merging them into the specific layer that you want to work in. So then when you go to make your timeline, it will work that way for you. So I hope I'm making sense. I'm going to make one more video that's going to include stamping and using saturation tools along with saving files.